lied to Jaden Vane. I just did not want to do this, but I have an announcement to make. That is, Nick Cage will not be at the Rumble due to some medical events. He went for a checkup on his shoulder, and they still found some things that he will not be able to wrestle in, so therefore he will not be at the Rumble. So sorry, but still watch the Rumble because the return of Nick Cage will not happen, and Cameron Stone will be there, and so will Jill Manny. Don't miss it. One match, one night between Mason and Jaden, and here's the press conference.
Well, it's great to be here for this press conference that Mass Fury conducted. He has me outside, not sure why. It's kind of cold out here, and he stole my jacket. So I'm just waiting for him to ask me the questions or send me the questions of one or the other. Mass Fury had just texted me, and he will not be able to make it, but he sent me the questions. So, first question, Josh underscore 1900 asks, what's your plans after the Rumble? That's a good question, because I don't really share what my plans are. Good grammar by me. I don't really typically share that, but I'm gonna share it because I guess I owe it to you guys to really know where you could see Jaden Vane next after PXW, because it's probably gonna be my last match in PXW if I don't win, and I don't know. Like the question, to answer to your question is I just don't know, and I'm at a point to where I'm at peace. If this is the last thing I do in Renegade Wrestling, then I'm okay with that. And then I just move on to bigger and better things. But should I win and win the ITV Championship, I don't know how that's going to work out. Maybe I'll sign an extension on my 1-month contract, or maybe I'll sign a full-time contract. I don't know. It's a question that I've asked myself as well, and I have yet to find the answer to, and once I find that answer, I'll let my fans know. Mason underscore PXW asks, are you ready to lose? For those of you who don't know, that's Mason Hart, our finest ITV champion. And Mason, you asked me if I'm ready to lose, and the answer to your question is yes. I'm ready to lose. But I'm also ready to win. I'm ready to take you down. And in 2 days, that's exactly what I'm going to do. And Mason, the fact that you have tried, and you tried to get in my head and you haven't already, should show you how self-absorbed and how idiotic you really are. So Mason, sorry that I didn't play to your mind games, and sorry I didn't answer the question like you wanted me to, because this is a calm, cool, and collected press conference, or Q&A, and I'm not going to be fazed by what you try to throw my way. Because, Mason, I find it funny that you're still trying to get my head days before the match, when all that matters, and you know it, is when we're in the ring. And I don't get why your obsession with me and my family has grown up to this point. Mason, I want to make one thing perfectly clear. By no means are you going to end my career if I lose. I am choosing to go out. I wanted to go out, but it wasn't the way I expected it to be. Because you ruined that. And if I have to go out on my shield, then that's what I'm willing to do. But Mason, rest assured, you're coming with me, because I'm not going to let you walk away. That's it. Mass Fury asks, and yes, this is the Mass Fury that lives with me, how much is rent? Mass Fury, I appreciate you commenting on the page and the post, and I don't know if I want to typically share that on here, but I mean, for you, let's say 200 donuts, because I like some donuts too. I just don't want all the donuts. You can have some, but I get you have no money, so. What am I doing? Whoa, I've been hanging around him too much. Never mind. Forget it. Forget that. Kaylee underscore 2001 asks, do you regret anything that happened last year? That's a good question. To answer your question, no. Because I feel like everything had to happen the way it did for this match to mean more than any of those matches. You know, I started off on a big high at the premiere show, and I rode the wave as long as it could, and then it washed up at shore at excitement. And then ever since then, I've just been running in place, not really knowing what's next for me. And but after November 15th at Wanted, I was really able to see the message that I think the world has been trying to send me. And that is, it's okay to be Jaden Vane, but it's not okay to use your name as if it holds you to a higher standard than anyone else, as if it holds you on a pedestal, because it doesn't. Because the bottom line is, I was the exact person Mason Hart is now. And I've tried to tell him, but he doesn't listen, and the world's trying to tell him, but he doesn't listen, and it's not going to end up well for him. And it's definitely not going to end up well for him this Sunday in 2 days. And I hate to say it, but Mason, it's just, you're not in a good spot, because you're in a spot where you have everything to lose and nothing to gain. Whereas I have nothing to lose and everything to gain. So I mean, it's kind of a win-win situation for me. Marcus underscore Paul asks, what are the 3 biggest things I've learned in the last year? One of the things have been empathy. You know, you're not the only one going through some things. Crap. See, Mass Fury gave me this crappy camera, and it's being blown by the wind because he put me out here and he locked the door. I don't know where he's at. So, like I was saying, one of the things has been empathy. I'm not the only one going through things, and I'm not the only one in the world, I guess you can say. Another thing has been listen to the people around you, and I can't look at that being the reason why things happened the way they did last year, but I can look at that and being not listening to the people around me. And the second and the third, in my opinion, the most important is knowing who you are and not who the world should tell you to be. And that's exactly what I've learned. And I'm really happy someone asked that question, because it's really truly a big deal. And to my final message to Mason Hart, you can talk all you want to. You can say how I'm not right. You're right. I'm the guy that wasn't considered right, but I proved everyone wrong. And Mason, when there is nothing left to lose for me, and there is everything to lose for you, one match, one night, remember the name of Jaden Vane, because the man comes around.